Hello, my lovely little weirdos. It's early morning on Tuesday. Ah, the day the tariffs are supposed to kick in. I have touched on why it's not just the United States should be helping Ukraine. It's we're contractually obligated to do that. So, just like everything else he touches, he runs it like a business. He did it the first time. And you cannot run a country like a business. Okay? Um, Joe Biden, a mere 6 weeks ago, left a roaring economy. Do we have a roaring economy right now? You can't play Joe Biden. He left one in full forward power ahead. I want to read you something I wrote to a comment about what happened in the Oval Office. And just, it feels like it was so long ago. In just a mere matter of days, our allies are now our enemies, and our enemies are now swimming laps with us. And even for me, who I've known for a few years, and we've warned, and we're laughed at, about a new world order. Now, you've heard Republicans for a few years now. That's one of the things they've projected and gaslit. Everything, every admission is a projection type of thing with them. Um, Sorry, my stomach's growling. Um, they have been talking about, oh, the Democrats want this new world order. Then they were using it as like a boogeyman, right? What do you think Republicans with rapist felon 47 and Vance, James David Hamill Vance, what do you think they just did by buddying up with Putin? They and having the European Union have to scramble and reform, and NATO, everything has to kind of like reform themselves to, because the United States has been so central as the grown up, as the parent, as the adult um, on the planet, and that has all changed. And to me, that's a new world order. Okay, wanting to make cryptocurrency arc. I mean, seriously, guys, they have been boogeymanning that we wanting just to give everybody equal rights, equal treatment, everybody be helped was a new world order. But this isn't. It was just, as those of you who have watched me for a while have known, I don't know if you know that I'm a writer, but um, words don't fail me typically. I know A lot of people find it hard to write down what they're feeling or thinking. And I couldn't understand that for a long time, because just like somebody who's an incredible athlete, you know, they're not trying because it's just a natural edge they have, ability. They can just run really fast or whatever it is. They don't at first think that they're any different. So I never understood for until I was an adult just how hard some people find it. Just like some people can't just it's like I can do a stick figure, you know. But they may be so incredible at something else that I'm like, how do you do that? And they're saying, I don't know, I just do it. Those people that can hear a song and pick it out on a piano that they've never I'm like, how do you do that? They're like, I listened to the tone and it was, what do you mean? That's how I felt about writing. You Words are in your head and you write it down on the paper. How hard is that? But as you know, I spent years as an adult and saw people struggle with it. I'm like, I guess it's more common to have a little difficulty getting that out than some of us are just very loquacious. It's just fall right out of our mouths. Now, somebody like Trump, he just babbles and doesn't. There's a difference between talking a lot and really just talking in circles, or talking a lot and sometimes in circles, but eventually you have made points. You've had a comprehensible conversation. At least people know the crux of what you said, which is not true of some people, like our leader. So I'm going to get a sip of water, and then I want to read you something that has to do with the Ukraine war. And I've mentioned it a few times, but I want to say it again, because repetition is what people remember. This is the problem. He is smart in that fact. He knows to repeat and repeat and repeat, even if it's a lie. You repeat a lie here, and then you talk about it, and you repeat the same lie there. It's like, well, I'm hearing it all over. It's just one person saying the same thing in different situations, the same lie. The only way to counter that is to repeat over and over and over. That's not true. This is the fact. This is the fact. This is the fact. That's how he's trained his base. So let me get a drink of water because my allergy pills are kicking in and now my mouth is dry and my eyes are watering. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Was that too long? Okay. Gonna put on my glasses and I'm gonna read you what I wrote about half hour ago. The Republicans have accused the Democrat progressive liberals for years with wanting a new world order, accusing us. We've been saying all along they are gaslighting Americans. They wanted a new neo-Nazi world order and projected it onto us, saying we wanted a new world order. And sadly, we were proven correct again. I do videos and graphics on politics for the last several years because I had to. My gut would not shut up. The rage at how Republicans and some Democrats in leadership gaslight and lie, I couldn't stand it. Ukraine is owed by contract to be defended by the USA since 1994. The Budapest, right. When they gave up, I think it was the second largest nuclear arsenal for peace that Russia never gave them. They make promises, and 15 times, and they never keep keep them. Zelensky said that in the Oval Office. A promise isn't worth anything. We promised to protect them in '94 if they gave up the nukes, and they agreed. We owe them forever. Plus, despite Ukraine not yet being allowed into NATO, over the years they have sent thousands of troops on the ground to different wars the USA was involved in. And they weren't even part of NATO. This is not a dictatorial, selfish, taking money from another country. By far not. Damn it, the USA owes Ukraine bigly, 47, you rat bastard. If Republicans want them to concede and do a deal, and a crap deal that the USA wants to betray them with, how about a deal that the USA return all their nuclear arsenals and manufacturing abilities first? You don't want to protect us anymore? Like the contract? You want to break the contract? Then give us back our nukes. Because that was the deal. We gave our nukes up, and you gave us protection. You're taking the protection away. Give us back our nukes. Come on. Give them back. Come on. Oh, you can't? Then you fucking owe protection forever to Ukraine. That's a long slap fact. I'm sure those of you who listen to me have heard this before. But the USA is in no way, shape, or form correct in anything about this. Rapist felon 47 and James David Hamill Vance are completely wrong. And they did it because they owe Putin for getting Trump elected. How much clearer does that need to be? Do you hear that, Republican voters? The USA broke a contract with another country less than 30 years later. And the Republicans are lying to you people. They are lying to you. They are the ones that want a new world order, a new neo-Nazi world order. If they want the whole world to be that way, where the hell are all the people that they don't like going to be? Are they just going to be put as slaves again? Is that the new world order? Marjorie Taylor Greene, you can go fuck yourself. Brian Glenn, your little boy toy, who had to ask about a suit to show your ignorance, because everybody that has a brain and it has any knowledge of politics knows that when a country is in war, they don't wear pressed suits. So fuck you, Brian Glenn. Fuck you, little Marco Rubio, for sitting there knowing what they were doing was wrong. Everybody saw it on your face, and you're so weak, you let it happen. And all three of you, what weak bastards. You knew you had to betray Zelensky somehow to pay Putin for winning the election for you. And that's the fact. They cheated. He won the election for them. And that was the payback. You have to disown Ukraine and cut them off so I can take them over. That was the deal. That is their secret. And typically, things like this are only the two presidents, or prime minister, whoever. Only the two leaders. He's such a weak-spined little bitch. He knew he wasn't going to be able to stand up to Zelensky by himself. And he had to get this done because he is Putin's bitch, his little whore. And Putin was probably told him, it has got to be done. You have to get him to agree to this. And so they thought they could bully him. And I would rather have Zelensky as a president than any of those that were in there. Because he stood up. It took two bullies and a silent, me too, little Marco Rubio. It took 3 adult men, 3 adult white men. And you still couldn't bully and stand up to Zelensky. He has more in him than all 3 of you have in one toe. That man, you could tell how his hands were placed. And he could have popped you all off with one punch. You owe him, America. And he's put boots on the ground from his people in other people's war to stand behind America. And what do we do with the first war that they get invaded on? We turn our back. So a little wake-up call. There's a reason why Ukraine wasn't able to defend themselves against a nuclear-armed country. And it's our fault. Chew on that and wake the fuck up, people.